Hey guys, welcome back. I had to break the video for a bit, but hopefully I'll be able to put these clips together somehow. But Bug's Life, movie I'd seen when I was really young, and I remember much of it. But watching it again many years later, I did not love it that much. Good animation, an early Pixar movie, but the story I just thought was a little too simple, a little too generic, and I didn't connect emotionally with the characters, even the main character, Flick, the bug, the ant. But it's about these ants who are basically slaves to these grasshoppers. The ants have to gather food for the grasshoppers, because they don't want to do the work themselves, and they basically they're tired of living under their rule, and they're figuring out how to rebel against them. But yeah, I didn't enjoy the story too much. Didn't connect with the characters. That's all I really have to say about it. Next up, Winnie the Pooh. I got this off of eBay for about $12. Kind of a beat up slipcover. But this is a horrible movie. Terrible. It's only 2 years old. You never hear much about this. You don't see this in many people's collections. And now I know why. I got this, the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh just came out on Blu-Ray, and thought it would be a good time to pick this one up. I'd known about this since I remember this being in theaters, and I wanted to see it then 2 years ago, but never saw it, and just picked it up. I don't want to pay too much for it. It's very short. It's not even an hour. It says it's over 60 minutes, but the actual time from the opening of the movie to the credits is under an hour. I have no idea how they got away with releasing this in theaters. It's a terrible movie. It just feels like one of those kind of Playhouse Disney feature length shows or something. It's really bad. There's no plot or anything, and I love Winnie the Pooh. I remember watching the animated Winnie the Pooh show when I was really young. Back in the late '90s, really early 2000s, and I thought that show was way better than this. This was awful. Really bad. Stay away from this. Next up, Wall-E. A movie I had actually never seen, but I remember when it was released, and then people were making a really big deal out of it. But this was one of the movies I got when I first joined the Disney Movie Club. Just got around to watching it. I don't love it. It was good enough for what it was. Not a bad movie, just didn't interest me too much. But it's about Wall-E. He's this robot on Earth, and he's kind of the last robot, or the last kind of living thing left on Earth. All the people have left Earth. There are no other robots. He's kind of in this post-apocalyptic Earth. And he eventually gets this spaceship comes to Earth, and he gets on the spaceship. He meets this other robot, and all the people are actually living in this spaceship. They don't want to come back to Earth for whatever reason, and the story kind of goes on from there. But it's not very enjoyable. I didn't love it too much. A lot of people have probably already seen that, so not much more to say about it. Next up is Pocahontas. This is a 2-movie collection, Pocahontas 1 and Pocahontas 2, A Journey to a New World. I'm pretty sure I've seen the first one when I was younger. When I was watching this, there were some parts that I kind of remembered seeing from very long ago, maybe 15 years ago or so. But really enjoyed the first one. Really liked the animations. Very colorful. It's a classic story. Reminded me very much of when I was in kindergarten, and really young grade school. They'd teach you the story of Thanksgiving, you know, the American tale with the Indians living here and the Pilgrims coming, and then, you know, they fought. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Pocahontas. She's a Native American, part of this tribal land. The British come, and she meets. She kind of falls in love with one of the British soldiers, and he's kind of torn between, you know, the tribe and fulfilling his duty as a British soldier. But I'm sure everyone's seen it again, and I really like the first one. Very good, very colorful, great animation, a nice story. And the second one, just awful, as is the case with most Disney sequels. If you don't want to hear about it, I guess skip ahead a little bit. It continues right after picks up right after the first one left off. Basically, John Smith, he's still alive, and he's running around in England somewhere. He escapes his execution, and Pocahontas receives word that he's alive, and she ends up going to England. I can't remember. She has to go to England with her guide or something. He wants this representative from England. He wants to show the English government that you know, the tribal people are not savage. So she has to learn to become like a normal person, like an English princess. But really boring. I didn't like the second one at all. Next up, The Great Mouse Detective. Another one I had picked up when I first joined Disney Movie Club. And I enjoyed some things about it, but most of all, overall, it didn't really feel like a Disney movie to me. Kind of weird. It felt like a British, an old British animated TV show. It does take place in Britain, I believe, or in England somewhere. The mouse has a British accent, and he's a detective, and this little girl mouse, her father gets kidnapped basically, and you know, she's alone, and she turns to this mouse detective, tries to enlist his help so that they can find her father. And it's a detective movie, a very kind of quaint, kind of a little odd, very very kind of detailed movie. I just found it a little annoying at times. You know, everything's, you know, how the mouse behaves. He's very energetic, always screaming. He talks about one thing and jumps to another thing. He's basically kind of a Sherlock Holmes character in this. Didn't love it, but there were some nice parts to it. Just again, didn't really feel like a Disney movie to me. Really reminded me of An American Tale, you know, being about mice and the whole thing about a lost mouse. So I didn't love it, but I'm sure some other people would like it. And then the last movie in this update, The Sword in the Stone. I had never seen this before. This just came out in August. It was part of Disney Movie Club's feature title. But this also takes place in Britain, and it's about this young kid. And he's taken under the wing of this wizard, Merlin, I believe is his name. Yeah, Merlin. And the wizard is basically, he thinks this kid is going to become a king, someone really special, and he basically trains him, kind of tutors him. He teaches him how to be like other animals, like he becomes a fish and things like that. It's kind of really weird. It definitely feels like a really old British cartoon. That's what I said about The Great Mouse Detective, but feels very old, but it has kind of a nice magical special feel to it. I enjoyed it. Not a great movie, but the animation feels very old as well, very kind of sketchbook looking. It has some nice parts. Not one of the best Disney movies though, in my opinion, but still nice. Looks good on Blu-Ray. Glad to have it. I'll probably I'll watch it at some point again, but not one of my favorite Disney movies. So that's all for this Blu-ray update number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate you giving my video a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe. I'll be doing a lot more of these. Going to do a lot of movie reviews and continue with my unboxings and things like that. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. Definitely comment. Let me know your thoughts on the video or any of these movies. Take care, you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. See ya.